Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I jumped back on here because I was looking at another video on YouTube where Young Dolph was at the gas station, right? So it seems to be where the first clip where they was taking a photo of Young Dolph's car and him. You can clearly see he was putting the gas, putting them back on the gas hook, right? Because you can clearly see the little black stuff from the pump. You can see it moving. Then you see him come towards his car. He shot something. But before that happened, you could see somebody look like they was walking by and recording his car. The side of his car where the door was not open. And then the next clip you see is where the door was open. And then he walked into his car. And he closed something. He got into his car. And then I do see some people saying the Tahoe was following him. I do see maybe it's a champagne color or it's like a champagne color Tahoe, I believe it was. Someone was sitting in that car and it was either behind him or at the other gas pump facing the way that I believe he might have been heading out way, like, you know what I mean? But there looked like this person who recorded that wanted people to know where he was. So like I said before in my live, there could have been somebody who was following him. Everybody knew his car. Somebody spotted his car. Look, oh, y'all together. I see Dolph right here. He at the gas station, whatever. Y'all know, especially if there wasn't far from where the cookie place is, then it wouldn't take them that long to get where they got to go. Especially if they already have it in the car, or they had to just put it in the car. You know, they had to do what they had to do. They already did. They had somebody looking out for them. Okay. To scope the scene out, to see who was around and how was the crowd and you know, whatever. And if you don't know if somebody was sitting at the Family Dollar, might have walked by just to scope things out, to see how things going, like to see, oh, what he doing or whatever. He may be standing up, oh yeah, he's standing by the door, or by the wall, he on his phone, whatever. Okay. There are things you don't know, because they catch Dolph off guard. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but they had to catch him off guard. You can clearly see, unless he was coming out that door, okay? When these boys didn't pull up. They didn't pull up like right behind his car. They pull up on the back behind it, so if he was in the shop, he wouldn't even know who was coming at him. You feel me? But somebody had to tell them what he was doing or whatever. So they knew the time to come and get him. Now, like I always say, I said in my video before, when these guys have a car, they're going to look through the window or something or be close by so they can see their car. And I know a bunch of guys does that. And I believe that's why he was waiting on his cookies. But at the same time, he was standing by, maybe he was coming out the door and he saw what was going on. He ran back and they started busting at him. So he got down. What was said is that he told the people in the shop to get down. Ain't much space you can really do nothing in there because it's a small place. And if they want, and he couldn't hide behind nothing because all that was glass in the front. So it's to why I said that someone came from that side window where those two cars were parked. They could get a better view of him on the ground, on the floor, ducking down, than the person who was standing to the front part, because you will be able to see his body better. So I think that's what happened. They shot at him from the angle. That's why that window is shattered on that side. Okay. They would, even if some people say, why did he get up and run? He couldn't run because that would even give him a better chance of shooting him. The place is very small. It's not huge. You can clearly see that there are bullet holes in the door. And it went through that wall. So he was standing there. He might have ducked. Who knows? He might have gotten hit. He might have gotten hit more than once. So when he went to duck down on that part, he probably collapsed. He probably couldn't get up and do nothing else. So they just let it up. They light him up right there. Because you can see that when their gun is position, downward. So they were right there by the window. They light him up right there. They were closer to him than anything. Especially if they shattered the glass. If they shattered the glass and he's standing right there, they got him right there. If they shot him they shot him more than once before he got to where he was at, then he probably couldn't get back up and do nothing else. Now, some people seen the guy who was the guy was at the car wash or whatever he was at, or whatever. Some people were saying that the people that was over there who was in the store said all they hear is pop, 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 pop. All they hear a bunch of things going off. So maybe somebody who Dolph know, because it wouldn't make sense. It would not make sense to me for a security guard to be in another car to go to the cookie shop with Dolph. You're hearing that, and then you're hearing that the guy was in the car with Dolph. If you got ops in that area, your hometown, and you got money like that, I would have sent a security guard in and get my stuff. Now, I saw a video where Young Dolph was in a diesel truck, white truck, okay, double cab white truck. Now, allegedly, it sounds like to me now that the same person they were saying that it's the scripper was the one that came out and give Dolph his cookies. Because you can clearly see him. She was outside and he was showing the cookies and she was like, it's freshly baked or whatever. And he said, yeah, freshly baked or whatever. And he turned towards his truck way, I guess, as people were about to get in his truck. So if they normally or maybe sometimes bring the cookies to him, why didn't it happen that time? From my understanding, there wasn't much cookies that he wanted. It's not like he wanted a whole big order of cookies. It was the cookies for his mother. And I believe it was probably like 4, 5, or 6 cookies. I don't know, something like that. I'm not going to think whatever. It's somewhere in the line of that. How many cookies she wanted. It wasn't a whole, big order or anything like that. But I guess she wanted freshly made. So that's what he was doing, is waiting there for the cookies. All I wanted to say is everybody is seeing that person doing it. I can't say that because I don't know those people like that. All I can pinpoint is how the evidence looks, how things look, at the scenery looks at the place where he was killed. That's all that I can say is how it looked in that area when he was killed. Some people saying Soulja Boy has something to do with it. Listen here. Don't you know people are going to, if you go and see a person has something to do with it, they're going to get a lot of views in the second, the third, because you calling their name. So everybody going to look out and scoop out this person's page and see how this person or what he's saying or whatever the case is. You feel me? If you saying this person has something to do with it, and this person did not have nothing to do with it, but they're acting like they had something to do with it. They want you to think that they had something to do with it, but they didn't. So you can continue checking them out. You feel me? You got to put your clues together, man. Some people will say, it's crazy. That's all I'm going to say. But just keep looking at some of the videos that's surfacing on the YouTube channel. And you can kind of like put your little thoughts together, whatever. Some people saying with the outside and the inside. I don't know. I don't know about the inside and outside, you guys. I'm just confused at that part. But to me, he could have get caught from the other angle, and once he dropped and couldn't move, they just light him up right there because he was closer right there than anything. So, but Make sure you like and subscribe. If you're new to my channel, subscribe to my channel if you like to see more videos uploaded by me. But in the meantime, between time, you guys have a good night. I will update you guys on any more things I have seen that I have my opinion on. I will jump back on and let you guys know. So with that being said, you guys have a good night.